In today's tutorial, I'm going to be walking you through how to make some simple paper calla lilies for Easter. You can create a bouquet for a loved one, give them away to a parishioner at Mass on Easter Sunday, or use it as a cute decoration for your table. For this project, you need a piece of paper. I used white printer paper and some optional green construction paper for the leaves, a yellow and green crayon, a yellow and green pipe cleaner, a glue stick, scissors, and a vase or ribbon if you want. For the first step, we want to draw out the shape of our flowers. I have a stencil template I made that I'll link in the description if you would like. I started off by folding my paper in half and cutting out the shape of the lilies. You can draw your own shape as well. I could fit about 6 flowers on one sheet of paper. Once your paper is cut, you can color your paper with your crayons. You can have the yellow come up about 3/4 or halfway up the paper and color some green on the bottom part. You want to do this on both sides of the paper. You don't have to color it. White looks fine, but I think it looks cuter with a little bit of color. I used a glue stick to glue the bottom part of the flowers together. You curl the paper into an ice cream cone shape, leaving a tiny hole at the bottom. You glue the edges and hold the paper for a couple of seconds to secure the flower at the bottom. You want the hole at the bottom to be super tiny so it won't slip down the pipe cleaner stem later. For the stem, I used a green and yellow pipe cleaner. You only need a little bit of yellow, so you can cut a yellow pipe cleaner in half and just use part of it. On one end of the green pipe cleaner, I fold it into a little loop. Then I thread part of the yellow pipe cleaner through the green loop and wrap the yellow around the green loop until I run out of yellow pipe cleaner. You can wrap it in a different way if you'd like. This also helps secure the stem inside the flower because this end is thicker and it won't slip down the hole. Once you get your stem wrapped, you can take your pipe cleaner and starting with the green end, you can thread it through the small hole at the bottom of your lily and pull it down until just a little bit of the yellow is peeking out from the flower. If you want, you have the option of using a pencil or a stick to curl the top part of your calla lily to make it a little fancier, but it does look cute without the curl as well. Another option is adding leaves. I traced the flower shape onto a piece of green construction paper and cut it in half. I use glue on the bottom of the leaf and curl the bottom kind of like the flower, but a little bit smaller. I'll admit it's a little tricky to do the leaves because they're so much tinier, but I found it helpful to use a pencil to help create the cone shape, as well as to help open the leaf back up if you glue the leaf and it pushed itself flat when you were gluing it. You can curl the pointy part of the leaves with a pencil as well. Slide the leaf onto the pipe cleaner. You can add as many or as few as you'd like. What will you do with your flowers? Will you create a bouquet or display them at your Easter lunch table? Will you give them to a parishioner as a surprise Easter Sunday gift? I post new tutorials every week to help us to connect to God with our creativity. Thank you so much for following along with me, and I hope you have a happy Easter.